So hi everyone. Welcome to today's edition of SME's Expose. Today I'm seated with Ebiere Awudu.
Yeah.
I'll say she's the CEO of Awudu.
Awudu's Food Co. Limited.
Awudu Food Co. Limited. I think the first time I met you was at the training that organization was organizing, and the first time I saw, I loved the energy you had, and it was amazing because at some point I'm like, okay, so first of all, she's not sounding Nigerian. Second of all, is this something that came with the brand, or is it just So personally, I think you struck a chord. Meeting you was, I'm like, there's something different about this particular young lady. So let's just jump right in and have you introduce yourself. Tell us about your brand.
Okay, thank you, Blessing. It's such an honor. Thanks for acknowledging me and for inviting me here. My name is Ebiere Awudu. As you had previously mentioned, I'm the CEO of Awudu's Food Co. Limited. And Awudu's Food Co. is an indigenous food company that makes the world's best hot sauces. Inspired by Nigerian flavors. I know that's a bold statement, so whenever I see people are like,
trust me, it struck me like, even if that is not true, the fact that you're owning it sounds so real, and before you know it, to become the reality.
So we make really good hot sauces. So my journey actually started from the US.
Oh.
So I started this in California. I lived there for a few years because I went to grad school in the US.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I started it over there. I got a lot of support, because I was promoting a product that was inspired by Nigerian culture, Nigerian flavors. So the taste and everything embodied the uniqueness of our flavors. So that was different, to people over there. They're like, oh wow, we've never tasted anything like this. It's unlike the regular Tabasco or foreign hot sauces that mostly are chemically adulterated, and it doesn't have a natural flavor or taste to it, Or mine, you can feel the freshness of the ingredients, and it's very savory. So that's what I currently do. Coming back to Nigeria, I would say what's been very encouraging for me has been the fact that I've had a wide acceptance from my own people. So it's a different thing when foreigners accept your products. But then when your people also embrace it, it's like, it feels good. Like, this tastes really good. And I feel like Nigerians are very blunt. If it doesn't taste good, they will tell you, this is crap, So I've gotten really good, honest feedback. Like my Pure Fire, if you go through my IG page, you see my Pure Fire used to be red.
Oh.
Similar peppers. But then over there, I think it's something about the species of the peppers. I was using Mexican peppers, which were really hot, the Mexican habaneros. When I came back to Nigeria, some of the peppers, I had to go to the market, literally taste these peppers to figure out the one that would work.
Oh my
People are looking at me like, oh my god, she's crazy. I'm like, no, I need to get it right. Because when I came with what I call Pure Fire, Nigerians were like, is this what you call Pure Fire? It's not hot enough. So customer feedback, and I was like, okay, I have to work on that.
I love that. I love that.
So I literally had to travel to Jos. I went to there's this tomato market or something.
Miango?
Yeah, I got the Miango peppers, so I use them now, and also the yellow ones as well. I sourced my peppers from Jos, and they're super spicy. So right now, if you taste my Pure Fire, it really embodies
fire. So anybody that wanted
exactly. So it's like, whoa, this is really what this is what you wanted. So it's really good. And I noticed that there's a particular demography of people that prefer the hotter flavors. So I try to create something for everyone. When I lived in the US, I noticed some of the Caucasian folks, they love the flavors, but not all of them love really spicy. But then the ethnic people, like the Asians and all that, the Africans, they love the spicy ones. So I had to create my milder flavors. But in Nigeria, only few people buy the mild flavors. Because Nigerians tend to love spicier flavors. A lot of my Yoruba customers go for the Pure Fire because they like it really hot.
I was about to ask you, are you Yoruba girl? And then this is perfect.
But they prefer the hotter ones. And So basically, I just try to incorporate a lot of customer feedback into my product development.
Okay.
Like currently, we're working on introducing some new lines of products. Okay, like also my coming back to Nigeria.
Yeah.
You know, I had to subsidize my products because one of the reasons I moved here was for OPEX reasons. You know, in Nigeria, I'm closer to my raw materials. Labor is cheaper, and you know, there's a growing support for women-owned as well as exports. You know, trade and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, it's a good time to come back to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Give back to the economy. 100% of my ingredients are locally sourced, so I'm also contributing to the economy in that way and supporting the local farmers by buying off their fresh produce off and cutting down waste and stuff like that, perishable raw materials.
Very thinking sustainable.
Sustainability. So I noticed like a lot of tomato goes to waste, you know, during tomato season and all that, because some of these farmers don't know how to preserve it, and that's why there's a lot of tomato paste, tomato this, yada yada. And a lot of my customers have talked about me introducing my own brand of ketchup as well as even tomato paste. So I'm currently working on that. I try not to do too many things. Like I know people who have like 50 different products. Like for me, I'm very focused. I try to focus on what I'm focusing on my focus. Do you get? Focusing on my focus so that once I establish this, then and create that niche for myself, then I can now you know, diversify. Into, so that's also I've focused on the hot sauces. Like I have over 15 to 20 different recipes that I developed when I was in the US.
Wow.
But I'm just focusing on this first. Establishing the brand, then subsequently I would gradually unleash them.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't lie. I would say first of all, your packaging is quite impressive.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. There's something international about it. You're quite global, girl. You're global. In fact, you're global already. Don't even say. I'm telling you because there's something about your products that when you walk into a store, Awudu's is looking at you, tomato, as in like there's something fresh about it. Like you know, and I must say it's really impressive, especially when compared to other mid-Nigerian brands. So it's really impressive. So very quickly, I wanted to ask you. So before, in fact, let's talk about feedbacks, right? So we'll talk about consumer feedbacks. Generally, I'll say that most people say that feedback is for the brave. Because if we're being real, you get out into the world with your amazing idea, and then it's one thing to be accepted, it's another thing for somebody to come and be telling you something you don't want to hear. We accept positive feedback because like thank God somebody likes it, but when it's negative, I'll bet that, you know, generally it's not well accepted. And then to make matters more, will I say worse or interesting, I think in Nigeria we don't really leave room for feedback. You know, so we put it out. You see a lot of people, as in a lot of brands that are coming up, just put out anything in the market. And because we are a consumer nation, everything sells. You know, however, you know, one of the reasons why we're doing this is because, personally, we believe that it's time for us to move Nigeria to the world. We have so much to give the world, and the only way we can, you know, be able to take these local brands, you know, and make the world see them is if we improve upon packaging and other things that would help you. But I say I will carry on, so even me, I can be a salesperson. That's what I do, you know, because it's a beautiful brand. Look at that. From this to the bottle, and I mean everything. It's like you put in a lot of work in the packaging. I must say. So the idea is, when we talk about helping brands, like brands that are coming up, become globally known, you know, so that you are selling to people in different nations. You know, this is, I personally believe that feedback is part of the ways that you can help someone say, you're doing well, but this is how you can do better. So I would ask you now, in your work, like with Awudu, you know, how do you handle feedback? Like, you know, let's talk about if you've ever gotten feedbacks from people, good or bad, and how did you handle this feedback that you got?
Okay, so basically I embrace feedback. In fact, I encourage my customers to give me feedback. I've worked in corporate America, so I understand like the importance of feedback, you know, to any business or any brand you get. So it's not something I'm offended. They call it constructive criticism. So it's something I embrace. I've gotten feedbacks, like a lot of the feedbacks I get, like, I've gotten rather, both from America to Nigeria, has been quite positive.
Okay.
You get,
Yeah.
and then the ones that have not haven't been so great. Okay, like creating the different. So I listen to my customers. Like when people complain, oh, it's too spicy, then I listen and I created the milder flavors for that market.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is not hot enough. I created, you know, the extra hot pure fire and all that. And then they talked about like ketchup. So I'm currently working on that. In fact.
Okay.
I had introduced the ketchup, or just to get feedback from people like a few months ago, and I got some feedback, and I got one feedback that wasn't so great. The customer was like, okay, it's not very ketchupy, like the texture could be improved upon. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So I tried to like explain why it was that way, and also told the customer that, you know, I apologized for that experience and that I was going to improve on the product, and then I offered the customer a free product, you know, as a way of saying thank you for this feedback, and I really, so it's something that I don't get offended, because if you get positive feedback, or if you get feedback from your customers, it will help you improve your brand and serve your consumers better. So
absolutely,
it's something I totally embrace.
Wow, I must say you're brave. I mean, the fact that you embrace it.
Yeah.
I must tell you that maybe we'll do one of these days. We'll do a survey to find out how many people actually even look forward to feedback. Let alone embrace it. Then I'll prove to you that sauce girl. By the way, that's what we know her. Sauce girl is definitely a brave young lady. And so talking about what's it called, feedbacks again. So you've talked about how you took something that was almost a negative feedback, and you were able to when I say you were able to turn it around, I love, that's quite commendable, I must say. You know, the fact that first of all you listened, second of all you explained, the third thing you did was you actually compensated her, despite the fact that, you know, you didn't owe her, but I'll bet you that you have gotten yourself a loyal customer, you know, because it's amazing how most times people think it's just about, okay, I've seen your brand, I bought it. There's a story behind every brand, from the purchase of it to the use of it, and how a customer, someone who just bought your brand, feels about your brand. Everything back to back, you know, is pretty important, and I think it's commendable that you go out of your way to, you know, ask for feedback. Can you tell me how instrumental feedbacks have been in helping you grow your business?
Feedback has been very instrumental, because it helps me constantly evolve with my brand, you know, to modify and improve upon my products as well as my services. So they've been very instrumental. Like for the ketchup stuff, I had to like do a record of the ketchup, the samples I even had, that I was having people try because of that feedback. And I'm currently working on improving. We've been doing a lot of research, and because of that, like I started working towards going back to take some extra courses on like food safety, food science, and technology. You get to have been looking up like programs for that, because I through experimentation and consistency, I was able to develop this, but I'm not like a food scientist. You know, I'm a lawyer by training. You know, so I've studied a lot and gained some knowledge from research, but I want to further, you know, my education and my knowledge in food science, kind of understand the science behind it all, so I can continue producing more world-class products, and as well be able to confer that knowledge to other entrepreneurs. And so it's because of feedback that I'm taking these steps.
Oh, this is it. When you're just talking in my mind, I'm like, oh my god, global. That's really tough. Because you were talking like someone who, see, Obama should call you and tell you, let's have a conversation. I'm not kidding. Like most people don't think that deep. You are literally, you know, what I respect about talking to you on this particular thing is you are selfless in your business. So, for instance, now you are thinking about us, and by us I mean the consumer. You said, okay, I don't have the knowledge, you know, because I studied law. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't go out there and learn so that I can give these people better. Gosh, impressive, because not a lot of people do that. Do you know how many people just throw things into? You know, they don't ask. Okay, so you know, there are some people who are allergic generally to some things. When you like this thing you're planning to do, which is food science, like you want to understand what food does and the likes of it. Not only will you help you improve your brand, it also helps the consumer to know that you are being thought of. So I'm putting here that based on this information, if you have ulcer maybe, and there is here, you know, and I will tell you that see, you are global already. Stamped, sealed, and delivered. And as in seriously, stamped, sealed, and delivered. And I'm not saying that because we're on camera. Honestly, it's quite.
There's something else I was gonna add. Okay. So when I lived in the US, my products were a little more expensive because I was importing Nigerian seasonings and all that for my Nigerian inspired products, which was a little more expensive over there. Like in the US, this my small bottle sells for $10. That's about 6K now also, right?
Yeah.
This sells for $15.
Okay.
But in Nigeria, I sell this for 1,500 naira and 3,000 naira. And there's still a class of people who think it's too expensive. They can't really afford it because of the fast declining economy and all that. So people's purchasing power has been reduced.
Yeah.
So because of that, I also recently introduced a sachet line of Sweet Fire.
Oh,
and that's also as low as 100 naira.
You know when I was coming from home today, I saw this because you gave me, you told me to try it out. I poured it over my yam, like I tried it out and I poured it over it. And it was easy. It felt like I was saying ketchup, even though it wasn't morning, but I appreciated the taste. There was something about it like, this is like eating stew, but not stew. So I'm taking ketchup or in between somewhere there. So I said I was going to pick it up. And I was gonna come with it because I really liked it. Let me give you your feedback. You know, I really liked it. I did. I did. So this is the one you sell for
100 naira.
100 naira. And how's the market been? Are people buying?
Yeah, it's been okay so far, but we don't do a lot of retail. We either sell it in rolls, or if you're retailing, we sell per roll, which is like 10, so like 1,000.
Okay.
And then we also have a bag of like 100 sachets per bag, so wholesalers can buy and then retail. We give them at a discounted rate here, so it's like there's something for everyone.
Look at that.
Yeah.
The packaging is pretty.
Thank you.
I love, really. I love. So let's move on and let's talk about what's it called? The possibility of export for you. Let's talk about that. Has it been easy for you to move this your brand from where we are now to exporting it out of the country?
So it's something I'm working on. Like if you remember during the training, like some of the procedures I find quite overwhelming. So there's a lady I met who said she was going to connect me with a company that already has all the requirements, because it can be quite cumbersome, which is part of the things that I'm working on with my further education and all that. Some things I don't want to talk about on camera, but being able to help, because I notice a lot of times there's a disconnect between a knowledge gap between theory and practice. So they come and they tell you, these are the forms you need to fill, this is what you need to do. A lot of people don't even know where to start from. They don't know where to locate these agencies. So maybe even having like those forms, and having the addresses of simplifying, I believe in simplifying things for people. Okay, A, B, C, D, this is what you need to do. This is the address of the organization that's going to give you. This is what the form looks like. Maybe even have the forms in the trainings and have them fill it out together. So these people know how to fill these forms, how to go about it, where to go to, not just giving them theoretical knowledge, So that's something that I've been struggling with and I'm working towards overcoming. So I'm still trying to establish that connection over the distribution channel. Because I need to have someone in the warehouse distribute it to before send, and then having the company that already has this requirement to save me the hassle of getting 8 or 10 different certificates or whatever. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with.
Well, I would say that's
a lot of entrepreneurs are dealing with. So it's quite a cumbersome process. It's easier said. So that's what I'm working on. But the Nigerian Export Promotion Council has been very supportive. They've been doing their best. So
I'm glad to hear that. Now that you're talking about it, that one-stop shop stuff like AEA had. I thought that was what that desk was about. Like I thought that they just made it easy so for an entrepreneur, someone who is running a business, to just step into the room and say, I will fill out, so there are different people on the desk. When I'm done filling out, then I'm just one step closer to exporting. But maybe we might want to find out better if that's what that one
for
stop
the
shop
export specifically. I don't think they have the one-stop shop did not really include all the agencies for the export specifically. They help with business registration, taxes, and getting but some things are not very inclusive.
I think this is definitely, this idea that you said is something we probably want to put out there so that
so all the agencies that are, they should also be available there. Like, these are the 8 organizations you need to register for export, and can do everything there.
Yeah.
They should include that in the
Yeah.
stuff.
See that I have had one of the best conversations that I would, since I started this, I've had one of the best conversations that I didn't know I was gonna have.
Yeah. Oh,
as in seriously, I definitely wish I would do the best. If there's something that I can do or we can do in terms of helping make this exportation thing possible, because it's one thing to give us a brand that is not export ready. But me looking at looking at your products. Me, I see export ready. I see that you're export ready. So it's right now going to be about finding a way to amplify the voices of young entrepreneurs such as yourself, so that we can move the world, we can do the global thing. I don't know who's watching or who's going to be watching this interview, but if you have a way to maybe let the government know that these are some of the things that have been highlighted. First of all, we highlighted the fact that if there was a one-stop shop where
exports,
example for export. So when you can come in and then you are export ready from table to, you go from one table to the other and you're certified.
That would be, because you go to all these trainings and they list out all the things and people leave overwhelmed. You saw me at the training that day. I was like,
where do
I start from? I have to get all these things. Where do I start from? And a lot of people feel the same way. They're like clueless. So sometimes you give them grants and they don't know how to go about the whole export. They're getting the theory, but they don't know the practical part of it.
So please hear our plea. If you have any PC, we're calling on you. We're calling on any other brand that is willing to support export of Nigerian made brands. Look at our packaging. We're ready. Packaging, no, but seriously, we're packaging ready, so we're export ready. It's just the processes. It's cumbersome, like you said. So please help us make it simpler for these brands. And then thank you so much, Sauce Girl. That's what I'm going to call you.
That's such an honor.
Thank you so much for coming in. I definitely wish your brand the best. I know that you will go places. I know, because I was so impressed to the point where I had to say, nah, this is one of those people that I'm going to be calling. Let me have a conversation with them and let us put it out there, and we'll see where we're going to as young Nigerians. So just please, for the sake of introduce yourself again, your name, Awudu, so that we'll have a very so please go ahead.
Okay, my name is Ebiere Awudu, aka Sauce Girl. I am the founder and CEO of Awudu's Food Co. Limited, and we make the world's best hot sauces inspired by Nigerian flavors. We have a retail outlet here in town at His Glory Plaza at Wuse to Abuja. So pay us a visit. You can taste our sauces, our line of sauces for free at our shop. So we look forward to seeing you. Follow us on social media at Awudu's Food Co. Thank you.
You are a pro at this. You need no coaching at all. It has been so much fun having a conversation with Sauce Girl. Please leave us a comment. Let us know if you enjoyed this conversation as much as we did. And yes, let us know if you would have us share with you other topics that maybe, as a consumer, personally you're affected by, or, as a consumer, something that hits home for you. All right, so from all of us here, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.